Hey, it's Ruben West, and I'm here to share this principle with you today. And this principle is by any means necessary. Now, no, this is not a slogan, it's real. And I believe it's needed now more than ever. And here's why. Because there are those of us who are stuck. And we're trying to figure out, how do we finish? How do we finish? See, there's those of us trying to figure out, how do we get $5 to go where $50 needs to go? How do we change our financial outlook? Do we get a better job? Do we get a second job? Do we start a side hustle, become an entrepreneur? We're trying to figure it out. There's those of us who are in relationships and literally we're passing like two ships in the night. We don't even communicate anymore. And we're wondering, how do we get our relationship back? See, there's those of us who go to work every day, but we don't get any satisfaction out of it. Why? Because we picked that profession when we were 18, 19, 20 years old, and now at 30 or 40 or 50, we don't want to do it anymore. It doesn't give us the same satisfaction. And we're wondering, how do we move into what we want to do? How do we move into the thing that gives our life meaning? And here's what I'm going to tell you. You know how you do it? By any means necessary. I was watching the news the other day. And this was amazing. I saw a story about a lady. She was in Texas running a marathon. Her name is Yvonne Natich. And she was running this marathon. She had already completed over 23 miles. And then her body gave out. Her knees gave out. She collapsed to the ground. And as people looked on at her, it looked like the end of the road. See, some of us are feeling that right now, that with our relationship, it's the end of the road. That we've given up on our health challenges. We've given up on our weight loss challenge. It's only February and we've already lost our New Year's resolution. It looks like the end of the road. And when they rushed out, see, with Yvonne, she fell down. They rushed out to help her up off the ground. They even brought her a wheelchair. And people were clapping for her. Look, you came 23 miles. It's enough. You did everything you could. Your body gave out. It's not your fault. They helped her up off the ground. They tried to put her in the wheelchair and she said, no. No. She said, I made a commitment to finish this race. I made the commitment to me. And I've got to finish the race. And so when they let her go, she couldn't even keep her balance. She fell back down to the ground. And so what do you do? What do you do when life knocks you down, when life knocks you off your feet? What do you do when you can't figure out the situation? You've tried different things and you're wondering, what do you do next? It looks like the end of the road. You finish. You complete it. And how do you do it? By any means necessary. Yvonne Natich, she started crawling one step after another step after another step on the hot concrete. She started crawling. Listen, every time she crawled, after a while, her knees were bloody. She had scraped them up, and every time she crawled, she left a print on the ground, but she kept crawling. Why? She was determined to finish by any means necessary. How do you get your relationship back? By any means necessary. How do you go back to school? By any means necessary. How do you reach your weight loss goals? You do it by any means necessary. You may be down, but you are not out. And here's what I can tell you. If you apply this principle, the principle of by any means necessary, if you apply it to your life, if you apply it to the situation, here's what you'll discover. What looks like the end of the road is really just a bend in the road if you're willing to make the turn, if you're willing to finish by any means necessary. Thank you.